Growing up, I've always been a curious person, not in the way of finding out what is happening in other people's life, but just to explore the different kind of stories we tell about ourselves and the stories of human beings. So it was no wonder that when I wanted to start a venture, I wanted to do something where I would honor life stories. Hi, my name is Rupa and I am the founder of Mind Kshetra, and this is the backstory of how all this started. When I started this journey, I never thought that it would be such a journey filled with challenges and a journey where I would have to actually practically experience what and learn what resilience is along the way. So this idea of creating a mental health studio started when I graduated in 2019. I initially only wanted to work and do some research, but found that art therapy was an upcoming field and it was mostly used as a means to take care of mental health conditions. And there was a lot of gap where people can actually learn strategies and techniques where they can take care of their mental health from a well-being perspective. So I thought, why not start a space? So initially, like anybody, I've never had a background in business. So I started finding properties and I started looking out for stuff. Something would come up and then it would not. My initial journey started with trying to rent spaces. And wherever I went, people would say, oh, what would you use the space for? And if I say, oh, I had to use the space to do art and I had to use some sand, I've had comments like, oh my God, will the carpet get dirty? What will happen to the space? So people were a little apprehensive. So then I wanted to overcome that challenge and I thought, instead of renting a space, why don't I actually rent a space for myself? And that's how this journey started. I found a space and everything was set. This was end of 2019 and I was actually going to give my rent agreement, and then I got a call back from home saying my mother was unwell. She was diagnosed with breast cancer and I just had to leave everything and go back. It was a very tough time because I was completely shocked. I've had a few family members who have had cancer, but for it to affect my mom, it was a completely different space to be in. We were scared, everything had to be done really, really fast. However, we kind of soldiered on. So nothing about the space was in my mind at the moment, at that moment in December 2019. She got, by God's grace, she was okay. She had an operation and then her chemo journey was supposed to start. So I had to come back because I have kids here. That's what I did. By this time it was like end of Jan, early February. And luckily the person and the rental person said the space is still available. And I thought it was a sign from God. So by the time we negotiated everything, March 13th is when we got the keys. March 16th is when the first COVID lockdown happened. So I had now a space where I could not open. Nobody could come. The whole idea of creating a mental health studio was to create group programs for people to come and for people to socially use the social interaction as a means to take care of their mental health. Now, social distancing meant nobody could come. So I did what I could do best, which is telling stories, which is what I did. After that, around June, July, the restrictions kind of eased. And when the restrictions eased, again, it was it was a shaky space to be in. So I, with the help of my family, built the studio. And slowly, we started putting word out that we are open. So we didn't have a grand opening. We couldn't go meet any doctors. I had to go one by one and it took time. And by the time we thought, okay, we will now open the studios, it so happened that the second lockdown was announced. Now, normally for anybody, and my friends and family always joke that Mind Kshetra events always coincide with a calamity. It is very, very easy to get really bogged down when challenges like this happen. But one of the philosophies of starting this space was to say to people that you get to author your own life. And positivity or being positive doesn't mean that you're always thinking only about good things, but you are in a space where you accept the bad things and figure out how to move on. Not only bad things happened, I also started meeting a lot of lovely people in this interim, because I wanted to start telling stories about mental health and how it is a taboo within South Asian community. So in the interim, I started interviewing people and started a channel called Mind Kshetra Talks. So every time when a challenge came, I thought, okay, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to carry on a little bit further. So when the first lockdown happened, we started keeping it together. Now we tell stories every Friday, inspiring people. It changed to that. When the second lockdown happened, and again I couldn't meet people and there was a restriction, I started Mind Kshetra Talks, and I'm still continuing Mind Kshetra Talks. And then I thought everything was done. December again, there was a little bit of restrictions going on. So bang, in January, I was so happy. We started. We had our first open studio. It was going to be a gala one, invited everybody. And on the day of the open studio, when I had called all the MPs and the councillors, bam, floods. Everybody who actually enrolled did not show up. And I'm not kidding you, I had 20 people enrolled, more than 20 every session. One by one, I would receive messages saying, we are not coming, we are not coming, we are not coming, we are not coming. Again, a hard space to be. And the reason I share this is not to show that I am great or something, but I've had moments where this has become like a struggle. You can't control the situation. It's natural. It's a natural calamity and people are actually suffering. What do you do? But some people did show up and some people did connect me with other people. Like MP Julie Owen showed up and Councillor Suman Saha showed up. A couple of ladies showed up. So what keeps me going are these stories. So what I tell people is you always have a choice. You have a choice whether to be bogged down by challenges or to accept the challenge, figure out what the lesson is, and to move on. So anybody who's watching this channel and any woman who's thinking of doing a business or anyone who has faced any kind of adversity, this is my sincere request. However hard it is, just remember every hard time has to pass. And we will, when we focus and actually have a view of getting over it and keeping hope, can get through everything. Some of the things which helped me during the journey was to lean on and reach out to my friends and family who have stood like rock. So if you're feeling down, never hesitate to ask for help. Reach out, because you never know when you reach out and when you share what the other person's wisdom is going to help you. It is by reaching out that you can actually gain strength. If you have to cry, it is okay. Even the strongest beings have to cry. Look at the sky. It rains all the time. And by raining, it flourishes an entire land. So never be afraid to cry. And always remember, no matter whatever happens to you, you are the author of your life. Keep going. Thank you.